Hi YouTube, Neil here with FaceliftInteriors. Welcome back to our channel. So in this week's video, I'm going to show you how to make faces. So a face is a decorative piece for the arm of a sofa or the arm of a chair. It's made out of wood, obviously. Put foam on, fabric, sometimes piping. I love scroll arms with pleats on the front and then piped facing like we did on these chairs. I really wanted to do it, so I made sure that I adapted the style of the chair to fit the faces. So as always, if you like upholstery tips and tricks, don't forget to like and subscribe, drop us a comment, all the YouTube box things that you guys do. Without further ado, this is how you make faces for a sofa or a chair. Action!
What I'm doing here is stripping off all the old padding because I want my faces to sit inset on the front of the arm.
Right guys, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a template for my facing, because what I'm going to do is make facings to go in here. So that is how the size I want it to be. So I'm going to cut it smaller than that because there's going to be a piping going around the edge and I don't want the piping to go too far over. So I'm going to cut it just a bit smaller than that. So what I'm going to do is take this away, cut it out and then try it on. So as you can see, I have two templates. One slightly different to the other.
So the reason I have two different templates is because I'm actually upholstering two chairs, but you don't see that in the video, but that's the reason there's two different size templates.
So what I'm going to do is glue them on, cut around them, then copy them. Then we're going to use our wood cheese grater, let's say a cheese grater, our wood grater, just to take off all the sharp edges. Right, so I've just been out and checked those, so they are bang on.
What I'm doing now is laying this down, tracing around it with a pencil and making an exact copy for the other side.
So what we do now is we pin these boards on. So just by using a Singapore nail, you just want to pin that into place. That's one on. What I'll do now is I'll drill straight through here, but what also I'm going to do is I'm looking at how my facings are going to sit. So I'm going to mark that as front right. This one is front left. I want a gap because basically there's going to be piping that runs down here, so you definitely want a gap. So I'm going to pin that one on as well and then basically mark what we want to shave off. So you can see here that I've marked. See what I'm doing with my finger here, resting my finger on, and I'm going to take all that off there. But I don't have to do that now. I can basically drill my facings on and then afterwards I can shave that off. Right, so now we have a 8mm drill bit. We have these. These are called fir trees. So we use them. They are basically going to hold the face in place. Let's just drill some holes. So why you pin these in place is obvious. You hammer these in place and you pin them down because you don't want it moving. So that is going to hold that in place. One up in the middle here. One in the middle as well. So what we'll do then, we're going to shave this extra bit off here. So yeah, these facings aren't going to go until very last thing. Once the outside arm's on, once everything's on, these facings go on last. So you'll just hammer them on. They're going to have padding on the front, fabric, piping. It's quite long-winded, this process, but these chairs are going to be so beautiful once they're finished. I didn't want to like half-arse it, so I made the decision to put another one on each side just because it wasn't fixing down firm enough for me. We can pop these off now. We can shave a bit off and then come back and try it again, but I think we're going to be fine. To lift these up, you want to be careful because it's quite thin wood. Just get underneath with your staple lifter, pop them out. Right guys, so we are on to our final steps. What I've done here is I've already made my facings. You saw me do this earlier. Here I've cut fabrics, I've gone over and I've marked. I've tried to pattern match it because I want this, because of the pattern on it, I really want it to just flow all the way up. So I've got it as best as I can. We've already got our fir trees in there, so we're going to put some of the thin stuff on here, which we're just going to chop up a few of these because there's 4 of these to do. 1. Right, so what we've done is we've glued our 1/4 inch foam onto the front of the face. Now, I'm going to cut around and obviously take off all the foam that we don't need. What I'm going to do here is, before I put any fabric on, I'm just going to go over to the chair, put these facings in and check that they sit okay. If there's any adjustments that needs doing now before you put the fabric on. What I've also done is I've gone over to the chair, I've laid the fabric on, I've got the facing on, then I've laid the fabric on top, and then I've marked exactly where I want the facing to sit to get the pattern matched. I'm just going to go and check these out because I think there might be a slight bit of adjustment that needs doing on the bottom. So I'm just going to go and put them on, one last check, and then we'll start upholstering these. So what we're also going to do is put Dacron on. Dacron's on. We need our fabric because we've already marked on our fabric where we want our facing to sit, and we want to use 6mm staples. So 6mm, so you don't come through because we're only using 3mm wood. You can probably see I've left myself really tight on this side. I've got loads of excess here, but I need to keep it tight because I've marked where my pattern matches, and that is where I need to be. So, and I want it to be perfect, or as perfect as I can get it. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to pinch here, pull up nice and tight, stick a few in. So you see here I've left myself super duper tight here, so I'm just going to pull down on the front. Pull nice and tight, really tight. See, I'm snipping into this bit here, the curve. Right, see, we've got a bit of puckering here. So we're going to have to take these 3 out, but because we've got 6mm staples, they're coming out quite easy. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here, using my thumb and the index finger to pinch the fabric, pull really tight, and just pulling all the fullness round, and then stapling in. Right, so that is all the fabric stapled on. So now it's all about the piping. Now what I want my piping to do, I want my piping to sit like this, nicely round the side. So what I tend to do here is hold it there, look at where I want it, and roll it over. Stick a couple of staples in. It's going to sit where you want it. When you've stapled it on, it's going to look like it's in the wrong place. Have faith in my bubby. So what I'm doing is just tucking the fabric under, take the piping, split it, cut away the excess piping that you're not going to need. So that is one facing done. So here we have our facing finished. You see our little fir trees here and our holes. So literally we are just popping that on Make sure it lines up. It should be perfect because we've done it earlier on. And then we just want to get a mallet, knock them all the way in. And there you go.